Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck, where science meets investment, and I'm your host Raj. Today we are going to break down a big milestone for BEAM Therapeutics. The FDA has just granted Orphan drug designation to BEAM-302, their gene editing candidate for treating Alpha-1 Antitrypsin Deficiency. It's a rare but serious genetic disease. In today's video, you will learn three things. Why the FDA's Orphan drug designation for BEAM-302 is a big deal. How BEAM's base editing approach could change the treatment landscape for a rare lung and liver disease. And what this means for BEAM's stock, the competitive AATD market, and retail investors like us. BEAM Therapeutics just notched a key regulatory win, and it's not just symbolic. We'll break down the science behind BEAM-302, the size of the AATD opportunity, and how this fits into BEAM's long-term vision in precision medicine. That said, let's dive in. Welcome back, friends. BEAM-302 is a liver-targeted base editing therapy using liquid nanoparticles to deliver both the gene RNA and the mRNA for BEAM's adenine base editor. And its goal is to deliver a single-shot correction of the PIZ mutation, the genetic root of the AATD problem. BEAM-302 targets the PIZ mutation in the SERPINA1 gene. The correction is done by converting a base A to a base G. This correction restores the normal GAG codon, allowing proper expression of functional AAT protein and preventing the toxic misfolded protein accumulation that the mutation was producing. Instead of suppressing symptoms like existing protein replacement therapy, BEAM-302 aims to target the root cause. It aims to correct the gene itself at the DNA level, and that's potentially curative. The treatment has already shown promising results in a phase 1/2 trial. It has proved to be durable, dose-dependent correction of the faulty gene. AAT protein levels in the 60 milligram dose cohort exceeded the therapeutic threshold. It's well tolerated so far with no serious adverse events reported. Next, I'll explain the benefits of the orphan drug status and the market size. But first, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. It is free and would mean a lot to me. That said, let's look at the advantages of orphan drug status. On May 29, 2025, the FDA granted orphan drug designation to BEAM-302. This means 7 years of market exclusivity after approval, so that there is enough time for the company to recover its costs and also the margin before any competition sets in. The company will also get tax credits for clinical trial costs and exemption from some FDA user fees. And all of these adds to the bottom line and the cash runway. Remember, this comes on the heels of RMAT designation granted earlier in May. That's 2 major regulatory wins in the same month. Both signal strong FDA support and could accelerate BEAM-302's path to approval. This is also a validation of the base editing platform, in my opinion, and that means a lot for licensing the platform. Now let's go on to look at understanding what AATD is. AATD is a genetic condition that can cause early onset emphysema and liver failure. The problem stems from a faulty SERPINA1 gene, which causes the liver to produce a misfolded protein that clogs both the liver and the lungs. Roughly 100,000 Americans carry 2 copies of this defective gene, but only about 10% are diagnosed. The current US standard of care is IV protein replacement therapy, which is expensive, repetitive, and not curative. That's where BEAM-302, I believe, offers real hope. A one-time edit restoring proper protein production and potentially avoiding lifelong treatment altogether. In terms of market size, I would say that from everything that I have studied so far, it seems that the AATD market was valued at $3.12 billion in 2023, and it is projected to hit $9.28 billion by 2032, growing at an annual compounding rate of around 13.2%. And BEAM's approach could capture a significant piece of that market if it succeeds. Now, I want to look at it from an investor's perspective. BEAM's base editing platform still remains one of the most technically sophisticated in the space. And while the company has seen volatility, especially after broader market shifts and competition from prime editing, BEAM-302 could be a breakout candidate. But investors should note the therapy is still in early clinical stages. No gene editing product has yet reached the AATD market. Regulatory support doesn't guarantee approval. And still, the Orphan drug designation and RMAT designation are strong tailwinds, and they add to the cash runway, and it helps the investors from the point of view of reducing the risk a little bit. BEAM-302 isn't just another drug, it's part of a new wave of precision genetic medicine. If it delivers on safety and efficacy, it could offer a curative therapy for thousands living with a disease that currently has no cure. Now let's take a quick look at the price chart today to see if it made any impact. Today is the 30th of May, 2025, and I'm recording this just close to the market, the trading hours getting over. So let's go to the TradingView platform. Well, friends, I think BEAM might have just about dodged a very dangerous bullet. You see this diagonal line of resistance under which we were from 20th of February all the way to 15th of April when we broke out of this. So what has happened is this is the bear flag. This is the flagpole and this is the bear flag, and we broke out on the downside as we expect from every bear flags, as we expect from a bear flag. Now, the way to look at the price target is to take the length of this flagpole and put it at the point where the price broke out of the bear flag on the downside. And if we do that, the target price looks pretty dangerous. What I'm seeing here is that we have this line of support here, this minor line of support at 15.92. That seems to be holding us up so far. Even today, right now, we are at 15.94. So as long as this line holds us, it gives us a little bit of comfort. The next support for it is going to be 14.96. But if we break down below this, then I'm not going to be very happy to look at BEAM, regardless of all the base platform and everything, because this bear flag, if it comes to effect, it can lead to a very steep fall. I don't even want to contemplate that. So that's what I would like to say for BEAM Therapeutics. However, if we bounce off from here, then our resistance is going to be 17.47. So that's the range that I'm talking about in the next month or so for BEAM Therapeutics. Well, friends, that brings me to the end of today's video. And if you like this video, please do not hesitate to press the like button out there. It helps with the YouTube algorithms. I'd be very grateful. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have subscribed, please press the notify button. Thanks and have a great day. Until next time, bye for now.